All right, good afternoon. I'm only a few more classes left before we're done. For some of you, we're only halfway done through the Wednesday. It's a long day. Anyhow, just a reminder, make sure you're in class, make sure you're finishing what you start, make sure you're doing the assignments until the end of the year because school is not over. And I want to make sure we're doing what we need to do. Just to let you know, next week we're doing the CASP testing in math, and I am proctoring all of my 11th graders. And so I will be talking more about that on Friday with you guys, because what's going to happen is I'm going to be with the 11th graders, and you guys are going to work in your Math Wizard teams on assignments and practice and things like that. So I'll talk more about that on Friday. Only the 11th graders next week are testing in math. And then finally, I did change the Math Wizard teams because I do want you to have the opportunity to meet all the wonderful people in class. So anyhow, when we go into those teams today, those will be brand new teams. So make sure you look at them. All right, so the other day, I taught two methods for solving exponential equations. Those are not the only methods, because remember, if you can get the bases to be the same, remember the bases, you can get rid of the bases by using that property of equality. So what I want to do is I'm going to take any questions you might have right now on anything, and then we're gonna look at the practice. Anybody want to ask me any questions about anything?
I was wondering if you could work through 20D on page 809.
$20D?
Yes.
What is that? 9e to the 3x plus 2 equals 27. Okay, so let's read the directions. It says match with the solution. So they want us to find the solution, and the solutions are approximations. So that means we're going to be using the calculator. You need to simplify this thing down. So you want to subtract 2 first. So subtract 2 would be 25, and then divide by 9. So you have e to the 3x is equal to 25/9. Once you get it simplified, once you get the base to the power, then you need to decide what method you're going to use. Now, it doesn't look like we can get the bases to be the same, so that's out. And so you have to decide, do you want to use method 1, where you're using the logarithm definition, you're changing exponential form to logarithmic form? Or do you want to use method 2, where you're taking a natural log to both sides? So Alessandra, since you asked, which method do you want to use?
The one where you add the natural log.
To both sides? Okay. So you're going to take a natural log to both sides because that's log base e. And what you get here is you get e to the 3x equals the natural log of 25/9. Well, what's log base e of e to that power?
3x.
What's log base b of b to the x equals x? What would that be?
3x.
So now you're going to divide by 3, but I wouldn't show a complex fraction here. What I would do is I would write the natural log of 29 is divided by 3. So now you put that on the calculator, natural log of 25 divided by 9, hit enter and divide by 3. And what do you get?
.341. 341.
That's not what I got. Oh, you're right. guess what? My book is wrong. And I'm assuming your book's wrong because I have the correction in my book that I made. And I crossed out the answer and I wrote, did you write 0.34055?
Yeah.
0. That's okay. That's what I got. Now my book doesn't say that, and your book probably doesn't say that either, but that's what I got. So we're probably right, Alessandra. I would trust me and you rather than the book. All right, anything else you want to look at? Okay, well, just to let you know, problem number 2 is tricky as far as setting up the window. So I can give you the window. I think I have it on my calculator still. So if you want to write this down, this is for problem number 2 in the book. The window, X min is 0, X max is 0.5, X scale is 0.01. Y min is 0, Y max is 1,000, and Y scale is 100. All right, anyone else want me to work a problem? Okay, this is not practice AB. This is a practice that I put under practice that says exponential equations, not requiring logarithms. I posted this, and this is not practice AB. This is also not an assignment. This is a practice that we are going to do in class today, and I recommend that you do it so that you can get very familiar with how to solve these quickly. Okay, last call. Does anybody want me to work a problem? All right. Well, we have new teams, and of course, you don't know each other, and there's going to be this awkward feeling again. But remember how close you got to your team members last time. So there's a lot of cool people in this class, and I want you to have the opportunity to meet each other. And so we've been cooped up with this COVID stuff. It's been like we've been in jail at home. And so when you go in with your teams, I want you to introduce yourself, but I also want you to say what you're most excited about since this COVID is, things are opening up. So I know that the movie theaters are opening up, bowling's opening up. So I want you to think about it. Where is it that what are you most excited about? Are you most excited about going somewhere? Or are you most excited about something opening up? Okay, and you're going to discuss that in your team. Then you're going to work on this practice. All right, class is over at 1:15. So we're going to meet back here at 1:10 so that I can address any issues that you're having. And just let me tell you, period 3 had a lot of issues. So I only had, out of 6 teams, I only had 2 teams that knew what they were doing. So I'm going to tell you what I told my pre-calculus class this morning. Look at your notes. I'm giving really good notes. Look at your notes. You should be able to do the work that I give you by looking at your notes. Okay, try not to look on the internet. If they're doing it a different way, that could cause confusion. My pre-cal class, they like to look, they have globe problems online that show them step by step. That causes confusion because it's not doing it like I do it or the most efficient way. So make sure that you always go to your notes first. All right. Okay, I will see you back here at 1:10. Anybody have any questions for me? All right, I'll see you in your math wizard teams. I'll see you back here at 1:10. And we're back. All right. one of the things that makes this class challenging is you have to remember a lot. You have to retain a lot of knowledge because you have to remember the properties of exponents. You have to remember the factoring methods. You have to remember the quadratic solving methods. You have to remember transformations. You now have to remember the properties of logarithms. And every time you go to do a problem, it's taking you back 3 months. It's taking you back 5 months. It's taking you back last week. So you have to retain all this information or be able to look it up. And that's what I was saying about writing formulas on sheets of paper so you have the formulas so you can refer to them. Because this class is constantly, and pre-calculus is going to be even worse. You're going to have to know 200 formulas. Some of them you're going to have to memorize. You know, other ones you're going to be able to look up, but you've got to keep track of these formulas because they're constantly asking you to recall them and use them. For example, in problem number 2, you can get the bases to be the same. So remember that property? I gave that to you a while back, where you can eliminate the bases and equate the exponents. So in these problems, if you can get the bases to be the same, of course you want to do that. That would be easier than the other 2 methods I gave you. All right. So anybody want me to work a problem? Anybody have a question about one of the problems on the practice? What about number 11? We can't do anything with this. We have to simplify it. And isn't this one of the properties of exponents? When you multiply monomials with the same base, you keep the base and add the exponents. Remember that one? So would that be -3 plus 1 is -2x? Shouldn't you use the negative exponent rule here? Because can't you write this as 10 to the -1? So now I got the bases to be the same. So doesn't that mean this is -2x equals -1, which is 2x equals 1? So can't you divide by 2? And now your graph is crossing the x-axis at 1/2. All right, so like I said, this is not an assignment, but next week when we're doing the CAS with the 11th graders, you 10th graders, this is some practice you should be doing over and over again so you can do it quickly and efficiently. And I'll have one for logarithmic equations too. These are exponential equations. I'll have one for logarithmic equations also. All right, anybody have any questions about anything? All right, I hope you have a fabulous day and I will see you soon. All right, guys, have a good day.
Have a good day, Miss Birch.
Have a good day.
Have a good day, Miss Birch.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Have a good day. I'll see you soon.